Hey, what's going on guys? Welcome back to a brand new Division video. Whatever guys, today is this week's Avenger Reset. First of all, I do want to say I'm sorry the video is a little bit late. I actually didn't have internet for the past like 3 or 4 hours, so once again, I'm sorry if the video is uploaded a little bit late. But without further ado, let's get right into the vendors and see what they're selling. So the first guy you guys want to visit is the Special Blueprints vendor. The one thing I would recommend buying from him is this ACR blueprint. Now don't get me wrong, the ACR is not the best assault rifle in the game. Lightweight M4 and LVOAC still dominate. But if you are looking for something a little bit different, you want to use the ACR with something like a striker build or something just a little bit different, you can buy this blueprint. And having a blueprint really never hurts anyone. Moving straight into the Special Equipment vendor, the one thing I would recommend checking out from him is this Reckless chest piece. If you're making a Deadeye build, if you're making something that you just want to do a ton of damage, Reckless chest piece is the way to go. What this actually comes with is 1195 electronics, 7% skill haste, 14,627 health, and it also has a 52% ammo capacity, which is very important, especially as I said, for a Deadeye build, you want as much ammo as you possibly can. The only thing you really have to do is reroll the electronics, get it a little bit higher, or go into firearms, and this chest piece will be very, very good. Moving upstairs, we come to the Dark Zone Gear vendor. The one thing you guys want to check out from him is this backpack. This is actually a Relentless backpack, although it's not the most popular piece of gear in the game. If you are in need of this one, this is actually a pretty good roll. What it comes with is a 1272 electronics roll, which is maxed out. It also has skill power on it and bleed resistance. The one thing I would recommend is probably rerolling bleed resistant into something like burn resistance or ammo capacity. Or you can always reroll skill power and go into health if you want to be a bit more tanky with this backpack. Up next, we are located at the Wolves Den Avenger. The only thing worth looking at is this C79 scope. This is actually really good if you're making a Deadeye build, or if you're going to use a MDR, I would recommend using this scope because you can actually zoom in and you can still get the Deadeye bonus. And this is actually really good because it doesn't zoom in like all the way in. It only zooms in about 3 times, which is way, way better if you're using like a M700 or a SVD. But what it comes with is 16% critical hit damage, 2% accuracy, and 3% critical hit chance. So although it's not the best one, it's still pretty rare to find these scopes. So if you are in need, definitely check this one out. The final open world safe house you guys want to visit is the Crypt. What he's actually selling is a Burstfire MP5A4. This is not the best, MP5 pickup you can get, but if you're making something like a D3 FNC build, or you want to use something like a Burstfire MP5, this one's actually really good. What it comes with is 22.50% critical hit chance, 25.5k base damage, and for the talents, it does come with Sustained, Hurried, and Competent. If you guys didn't know, Hurried in my opinion is the most underrated talent for a SMG. Since you crit so much and you have Hurried on your talent, you will literally reload your weapon in 1 second. So as I said, if you want to use this for a D3 build or just mess around with a high-end exotic build, this MP5 is worth checking out. The only thing I would recommend is getting rid of Sustained. Probably get something like Responsive or get something like Deadly, and this is going to be a great pickup. Coming straight into the Dark Zone, the first vendor you guys want to visit is located at the East 58th Street checkpoint. The only thing worth purchasing from him is this mask. This is actually a Tenacious mask with a very good electronics roll. It comes with 1250 electronics, 8820 skill power, and it also has increased kill XP, which kind of sucks. But as I said, if you want to make this and use it with like a hybrid build or something a little bit different, this Tenacious mask once again is located at the East 58th Street checkpoint in the Dark Zone. If you guys are not interested in a Tenacious mask, you guys can go over to the East 46th Street checkpoint, and you have a pretty nice refreshed mask, although it's not a god roll or anything like that. It does come with 4% critical hit chance, 1221 stamina, and it also has blind/death resistance. The only thing I would recommend is probably going into firearms or electronics, since stamina is pretty worthless in 1.6.1. So as I said, if you want a refreshed mask, get your heals a little bit stronger, this one is definitely worth checking out. The East 34th Street checkpoint is the next person you guys want to visit. What he's actually selling is a enhanced ACRE. What it comes with is Brutal, Adept, and Meticulous, and this is actually a pretty nice roll for a assault rifle. The only thing I would recommend is probably getting rid of Meticulous, go for something like Unforgiving, Competent, Responsive, or even Deadly in the last free slot. It also comes with 22.9k base damage and 23% enemy armor damage, which is almost maxed out. And the last thing you guys want to check out from him is this holster. This is actually a steadfast holster. This is the holster I've been using for pretty much ever, and it may seem like it doesn't really come in handy that much, but whenever you play in the Dark Zone or PvE and you are in cover, it just pretty much regenerates your health twice as fast, and the rolls on it are pretty good. It does have a 1214, 1246, and 1270, and critical hit chance, which you might want to get rid of that, go for skill haze or health, and this holster will be very good for your build. The 5th Avenue Avenger is our next stop. The only thing that's worth looking at from him is this first aid ally heal. This is something if you're playing a healer build, or if you just want to be a little bit more generous in Last Stand or the Dark Zone for your team, you can definitely equip this and just make your heals a bit more stronger for your teammates, although I would recommend using first aid self heals so your heals are, better for yourself. If you're running anything like a medic build, this is something you definitely need to have on your build. Up next, we are located at the West 34th Street checkpoint. The first thing you guys want to check out is this M700 Carbon. This one is actually really good, although the talents are not really the best ones, but what it comes with is 168% headshot damage with 150,000 base damage. Keep in mind, this is going to be a little bit different since I do have 7200 firearms. My base damage is going to be probably higher than most of yours, but for the talents, what it comes with is Cool-Headed, Brutal, and Elevated, and Cool-Headed is actually really good. It's really underrated in my opinion. What it does is performing a headshot reduces all skill cooldowns by 5%, and since you're using a sniper with Brutal and Elevated, most of the time you're going to be going for the head, so that is why I would recommend purchasing this sniper. The final item worth looking at from this guy is this backpack. What it comes with is 1263 stamina with 12,239 skill power, and it also has ammo capacity. If you're making a really strong skill power build, like a Seeker Mine build or just a really strong healer build, this is something you definitely have to use in order to pretty much increase your skill power by a ton. Up next, we come to the West 34th Street checkpoint in the Dark Zone. The only thing I would recommend buying from this guy is this backpack. This is actually a specialized backpack. It's not the best one, but if you are still in need of one, I know there's a lot of new players coming to the game, or if you just purchased the game, a specialized backpack is pretty much the best backpack in my opinion. But what it comes with is 1196 firearms, 12,266 health, and it also has 51% ammo capacity. The only thing I would recommend is probably getting rid of that firearms roll, get it a little bit higher, or go into electronics, and this will be a perfect fit for any build. Last but not least, we come to the West 46th Street checkpoint. The one thing you guys want to check out from him is the first aid self heal. This is something I was talking about earlier. Instead of using first aid ally heals, I would recommend using this mod, but this one's a little bit worse, which you can't really tell that much of a difference, but it is a 5.50% first aid self heal, and if you're using pretty much any build in the game, I would recommend having this, and it's really good if you're solo or with a team. This is something that everyone should be using. Anyways, that is it for the video. Thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to leave a like, subscribe for more videos. If you guys have any questions, feel free to ask in the comment section below. I respond to all my comments. But once again, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one.